Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, here's Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Caught right side, Davis. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Here we go. 120! Great.
Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
We got this. Set, ready. Hey, come on. Get him.
From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Redskin first down.
Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Jeremy Sprinkle.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
You better be afraid of me.
They go play action with Haskins. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
Break. 27, check Mike, 27. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. But let's get there. Right now.
Smith on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Washington.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
60 outlaw.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Smith. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Smith hands off to Geis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Month 56. Month 50. Come on. You better bring it.
From the 27th, Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Great 15. Great 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And now look at this. pass. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Kill. Mike 56, Mike 56. Your track.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Five. Here we go. Here I come again.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Undercross.
Ready? To throw again. Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. This is Thompson, and he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Right side caught by Jackson. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Geis, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check hot route. 36. Yeah.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Jackson. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
It's a gain of 8.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing again on second down. Smith. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here we go. 280. That's great 57. 53. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Tighten up. Go.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now third and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
The final shot here before break. Smith eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one will actually go out of bounds, so no recovery. And that is how we conclude this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Wentz now on 1st down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. Down right around the 25. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That's caught by Jackson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Go. 20. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8.
That's the score, Eagles 24, Redskins 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Christian travel.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Smith throwing again. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Redskins.
Down. 18 Gator. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
Here we go. Set. 30 base. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 2nd and 12, Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 53's the mark.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to float this one deep right, trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
He wasn't ready. A gain of 2. brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Go! At 25 to go.
From the 50, it's Smith. Josh Doxson's got it complete. Past the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Heavy on the edges. Right. Ready?
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Smith. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Peterson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Let him know. Come.
To throw is Smith. The quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Go. Hey, Lou. Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
From the 36, Wentz. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And an alley to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, they run with Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, Charlie. 56 to Mike. 56.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. From a yard out. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Smith. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you.
2-18, chop. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, 25 to Mike. 25.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got this down to the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thompson. 15 yards on the play, first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. They're running it.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Hey, exit.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Ready, set. Mike, we got 25 to Mike. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Smith now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One last throw here for Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to stick with Dez. There, got too physical. Pass interference.
I like your note there. So physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready? Mike 51, Mike 51. Come on, D! Hey, Sue! Mike 51, Mike 51.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man.